Before you make any decisions about divorce, stop right here and watch this. This process is not about revenge, it's about being prepared. I'm Tami. I'm a divorce mortgage specialist and the founder of Empowered Uncoupling. If you're watching this, you're likely standing at a crossroads, wondering where to begin with divorce. And let me tell you, you're not alone. I've been there myself and I've helped countless clients navigate this overwhelming moment. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact first steps that you should take to prepare for a divorce, from organizing your financial life to understanding your rights and options, so you can move forward wisely, not reactively. So let's dive in. First, we're going to take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. I want you to start gathering your financial paperwork. Here's what you need to know. I know that this is sometimes very overwhelming for people, and they were not the CFO of the family. They did not have to deal with any of the finances in the family. But when you're going through a divorce, this is going to save you a lot of time, energy, and money if you start collecting them now. So if you don't know the passwords or you don't know how to get it, this is the time to start thinking about that. And I'm going to give you a list of documents that you're going to need. Okay, you're going to need bank statements on every account that you have, tax returns, ideally the last 3 years, retirement and investment accounts, mortgage or home equity loan statements, credit card statements, insurance policies that you have, pay stubs or other proof of income if you're employed, and any other documentation about debts like car loans or personal loans. I know this can feel very overwhelming and tedious, especially if you were not the CFO, as I said, of your marriage. A lot of times there's a divide and conquer in a relationship, and that's what a marriage is. Sometimes people take on certain roles, and that person might not have been you, but there's no shame in that. And this is the time where you can start hitting the reset button and start gathering together this information. But here's the truth. The more organized you are now, the more confident and empowered you're going to feel later, I promise. I always recommend making digital copies of everything. Create a folder on your computer and a backup somewhere safe. It's one of the smartest moves you can make. But before I go any further, I really need to address this. I need to pause for a second and say this. If you're in a situation where you feel unsafe, you're afraid of your spouse, or worried about escalating conflict, your first step isn't paperwork, it's protecting yourself and your children. So please know you are not overreacting. You do have options and help is available. Contact a domestic violence hotline or local shelter for support, even if you're unsure whether your situation qualifies or not. This can help you create a safety plan and guide you through steps to protect yourself legally and financially. I've included links to confidential resources, the descriptions below, and I encourage you to reach out privately and safely. Next, it's time to get familiar with the divorce laws where you live. Every state has its own rules about how the property is divided, whether spousal support or alimony is even considered, parenting plans and custody, and even waiting periods. Many states also define marital and non-marital property differently. In most cases, marital property includes anything that was acquired during the marriage, whether it's in one person's name or both. That's something that's very important that you understand. I have a lot of clients come to me and they say, my spouse's retirement, if it was acquired during the marriage, it's marital. I don't care whose name is on the statement. Non-marital property usually refers to anything like inheritances, gifts, or assets you own before the marriage. But there's exceptions and it depends on your state. Check your state's official court website. Many offer free guides and resources for people representing themselves. And I am not suggesting that you represent yourself. I am just stating that getting educated about the laws in your state is really important. Now, this step is where people often go wrong. You don't have to immediately hire an attorney to start your divorce process. Instead, interview a team of professionals who can guide you, a divorce mortgage specialist like me, to help you understand your home options. A certified divorce financial analyst, or a CDFA, they call them for short. They can help you with long-term financial strategies, and they can also help you divide the marital balance sheet. We call it the marital balance sheet. I usually tell clients it's like a bucket of assets. Everything that you've acquired during your marriage, everything on the list that we just went through is going to go in this bucket. And when you go through a divorce, you're going to start dividing those things, assets and liabilities. A mediator you can hire if you want a more cooperative approach. And yes, an attorney, but here's the key. Many attorneys offer limited scope representation. That means you can hire them for just a specific task, like reviewing a settlement or answering legal questions without them taking over your entire case. This lets you stay in control and it can save you a lot of time, energy, and money. So let's take a moment to talk about something that trips up a lot of people: marital versus non marital assets. Generally speaking, marital assets include anything you and your spouse acquire after getting married: income, homes, retirement funds, and so on. Non marital assets are like inheritances or gifts that were given to just one person, or assets you owned before the marriage. But these can get blurred if they were commingled or used for shared expenses. Why does this matter? Because knowing what's actually subject to division and what's not can completely shift how you approach negotiations. If you're unsure about something, bring it up with a professional before making assumptions. Lastly, I want to leave you with this truth. You are the CEO of your divorce. Nobody else, no attorney, no judge, no mediator has to live with your financial settlement but you. That's why it's so important to stay calm, be strategic, and think about your long-term goals. Where do you want to live? What kind of co-parenting relationship do you want? How do you want your finances to look 5 years from now? This isn't just about ending a marriage. It's about creating your next chapter. It starts with simple, smart steps. If this video gave you some clarity about where to begin, I'd love it if you'd hit the like button and subscribe for more divorce planning tools and resources. If you know someone going through this who's quietly struggling with this same decision, please share this video with them. In my next video, I'll be sharing common mistakes people make in divorce negotiations and how you can avoid them. Until then, remember, you're not alone in this. You're building something new. We're going to transition endings into new beginnings. Thanks for watching.